Do you know anyone who has been to a new country? Do you know anybody who knows how to work a camera? Do you know what it takes to make a great film? Today's guest will talk about his experiences in traveling to a new country and his experiences in creating films the right way in television production course. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Tiffany Granderson, to meet the new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling, audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for first time today. The guests you're about to meet are students who were in the camera behind that worked hard to bring this program to you with a few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a person who has traveled to Chile and has been learning the basic of TV and movie making in this Television 1 class. Now I would like you to meet our guest today, Daniel Aguilar.
Hi.
Hi. We've heard that you went to Chile, so can you tell us about your trip?
Yeah, I can. Well, when I got to Chile, I thought it was the most wonderful, beautiful, and exotic place I've ever been to.
Okay.
And also, I also met wonderful people there, and it was a great experience.
Okay.
So, I took some pictures from Chile. Let's take a look. There's a Chilean flag right there. It's a cat sticking out his tongue. It's a sculpture from Pablo Neruda. That's me riding a horse, petting it. Yeah. It was a fun time. That's my cat we got from Chile, a little small cat. We got it from the mall.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Yarn Jesus outside of a plane. It's my brother riding a horse. My family, me, my cousins, and my brother, as you can see. It's Chilean architecture, as you can see. Another cat from Chile. Cute. Yeah. This is the town Renaca in Chile. Chilean mountains. Big Chilean pool. Yeah. It's Chilean food. It's really good. Right there is empanada. Great. This is the city of Santiago, Chile. That's my friend climbing the mountains. More food. Yeah, it's great. Great food if you want to go. It's empanada. That's a gancho, Chilean gancho. Yeah. Chilean soccer team. Big fan, big fan. That's Chilean wine. That's a Stonehenge.
Okay.
That's the famous Chilean poet Pablo Neruda. That's more of the countryside, more of the mountainside, yeah, in Chile. Those are waterfalls in Chile, which is great, majestic. And those are the flags, all the flags of Chile. That's a soccer stadium in Santiago. It's really big. I went there. It's huge, and that's Chile. Very. Tiffany, if you have the chance to go to Chile, you should take that chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
Wow, that's a good question. First, I wanted to take. I wanted to make. I don't know. I wanted to learn the process of how to make movies. Also, I took this course because my love of movies, which I love. Also, I thought it was a part of my major, which was pretty good too. And I also thought that this was a very interesting class to take. So yeah, that's why I took it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the most useful things that you've learned in a TV production course?
Wow, that's a great question. Okay, well, I learned that you have to have a good-looking video. You have to let the action go through the camera, not let the camera move. You can't touch the camera. You have to have it in a tripod.
Okay.
Yeah. I also learned that the different camera techniques, like let's say Poor Man's Dissolve, as you're going to see in my video, my winter project, you'll see later on.
Okay.
I use that very much in my video. What else? There's also other techniques as the 180 line, the depth of field, what else? Rule of thirds, simplicity, and much more. Also, the most important things you need to know is that you have to set the exposure and the shutter speed to the right time, so you could create the best looking video. All right. And also, finally, I learned what a f-stop means, which was an f-stop is the quantity of light that is allowed to strike the transducer. And also a transducer, if none of the audience knows, a transducer is something that converts a form of energy into another form of energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about the productions you created for the TV1 class, the learning project, the action sequence, the New England seasonal project, and the Orange project.
Wow. Well, the learning project was a great learning experience for me because I was using the camera for the first time. I was testing it out, see how it is, and I was following instructions, so I understand what I was doing with the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. In the first sequence, I was using the stuff I learned from my learning projects. Like, for example, I was using close-ups to convey emotion, and I used many cuts and zoom-ins and zoom-outs to show what was taking place in the video. As you can see right there. Lots of zoom-ins, lots of cuts. Let's see. Okay, so in the second sequence, I learned from the last sequence from what shots to use and what different angles you have to have the perfect shot. As you can see here, yeah, she's just climbing up, going up the stairs and all that stuff. You have to have close-up. You have to have a lot of close-ups in your shots. That's what I learned from the first sequence in my learning project too. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, you have to do a lot. Okay, so in my winter project, one of the camera techniques which I talked about was Poor Man's Dissolve. As you can see here, was very essential in this project. It can be seen throughout the whole video, and there's also zooming involved. A lot of zoom in, zoom outs, a lot of all that, a lot of techniques that I use, yeah. Okay, so my orange project, this was very important because this is where I use all my stuff that I learned from class and I put it to use. All the stuff like I used Poor Man's Dissolve was in this, zoom-ins, cuts, all that. I morphed it all together and created this. Also, this was important to me because the Orange project, you had to actually come up with a plot, which is very good. So I actually learned a little bit of scripting, a little bit of storyboarding, which is very important in the movie making process. And yeah, the story is pretty good. It's about two robbers who go rob a house. And they find something that they never should have found. So it's pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Now, I know you had one project that you felt was your best. Tell us about it while we watch a sample of the video with the music you selected.
Okay. Well, my best project that I thought it was my Orange project.
Okay.
My Orange project, I liked it. It was the best for me because I used all the techniques, all the stuff that I learned from my class. It also had a plot, it had a story that I liked. I mean, I created the story. It was me. What else? Let me think. There was a lot of shots that I've shot that, I mean, in this film that I made, in this Orange project, in my best project, I experimented a lot with different shots, different angles, like Poor Man's Dissolve, like close-ups, like zoom in, zooms out. I used the rule of thirds, all that stuff, like to convey emotion. You have to have a lot of zoom-ins. I know that for a fact. So yeah, you have to have a lot of zoom-ins for your Orange project because you have to convey emotion. You have to show what people are feeling in that time of need. Because in my project, my characters are feeling scared because there's, as you can see, They're going up the stairs, all that. And they're gonna go rob this house, and the characters inside the house, they don't know what's coming. So, yeah, so you're gonna see their faces, their reactions, as you can see right there. Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. You mentioned the variety of things you've learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill you learned, and how will you put it to use?
Wow, that's a really good question. Well, most important skill I learned was how to keep the camera steady, and how to use different angles and to my advantage, to know how to to know how to create movies and create stuff, create great looking pictures. I don't know. I could probably see this something to do in the future. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe I'll be directing or writing the script or be a writer or anything. Maybe editing. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I think this was very important. This was a great class. So, thank you.
Problem. Okay, today we met someone who had the experience of visiting another country and also learning the basics of film and TV production. I would like to thank our guest today, Daniel, for joining us today.
No, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Tiffany Granderson. Directed by Jessica Tebow. I'm your announcer, Julian Valencia. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.